Let's make a Barbie Jeep. Let's get into it.
From paper to purpose, watch her design. Wendy's creative designs, one of a kind. Cut, fold, turn dreams to life. Stay for the story behind every design.
All right, y'all, let's get this party started. So we're going to make this Barbie Jeep. This is one side of it, and then this is the other side. And then we have the back, and then we have the fender, the front part. Then we have the window, okay? And then we have the bottom part, all right? It's a lot of pieces, right? And then we have the hood, and then we have the 4 wheels right here. And then we also have the skin, the wheel skin, just in case you want to use it. It's an option. Okay. So now we're going to get started. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to let y'all know right now, I hate foam board. Okay. I hate it with a passion. I don't really like working with it, but I wanted to use it for this project. Okay. So now got that out the way. So my car, see where the wheels are? They're cut out right here. I don't want you cutting yours out. Okay. So whenever you get yours, and I'm actually trying to find it for you. That's why I had to slow this video down for a second. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that when I say don't cut that off. So you see this picture here? You see where the white is still in there? That's how you do it. Cut it out, but leave that white in there. Okay? All right. Okay. There's nothing really much to see here. What I'm going to do is take each sticker and I'm going to stick it onto the foam board. And then after I stick each piece on, I'm going to cut them out. That's pretty much it. Now, this is going to be pretty much one of the easy projects I think that I've actually shown. And I am not cutting out the windows on this here, okay? I was debating with it back and forth. I said, no, we're going to keep it as a simple box, okay? So it's going to be a simple Jeep box. So what we're doing, we're going to put it on here and we're just going to cut it around it, all right? That's all we need to do. And that's for the entire project. Cut all your little sticker pieces out. Now, just because I did not cut my windows out, if you want to cut your windows out and put window pieces in, clear pieces in so you can see through it, you can. But I'm not doing that. And the reason for it is because the gifts are going to hang up at the top anyway. So there's really no reason to cut out the windows. So that's the only reason I chose not to do it. Okay. Plus, I'm being a little lazy today. So now all those pieces are cut out. Okay. So now what we're going to do is going to put it together. What you should do is take the side of your car and bump it up against to the bottom of your car, right? And then put a marking on each side so you can have a little slot to put the front and the back in. Now, this piece at the bottom is a 13-inch by 7-inch, all right? The car is also a 13-inch by 7-inch car. So when you get the pieces, you can bring them down to 12 inches if you want. That's why I have that little play in there, all right? And now I'm adding the glue on it and I'm going to hook it together. That's only if you want your pieces to go on the inside of the Jeep. If you want your pieces to sit on the outside of the Jeep, then don't put the little paper marks on your thing. Just glue it together, okay? Piece by piece, like a puzzle. I wanted it to stick on the inside, so I left a little inside space on both sides so I can stick it on the inside. Again, your car is a 13 by 7. Therefore, it's built to put together a 13 by 7. Disregard if you don't want to stick your pieces on the inside, if you want to place them on the outside. So you will put the first piece on like I'm doing here. Then you'll take your second side and put it on, okay? And then you will stick your back on the outside, not on the inside, okay? Each time that you apply a piece, apply a strip of glue along the side of it to make sure that it stays in place the way you want it to. Now, if you look at these two sides, see how I have them on there? And I'm adding the strip of glue I'm telling you about. But you see how I have one there? You see it's a little bit of space in the back for me to slide my back into a slot. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So that right there means what I did was I cut a little bit off so I could do that. So I cut it down to a 12.5 instead of the size that it comes, which is a 13. All right. Just so you don't have any hiccups and you decide whichever way you want to do it. That's most definitely preference either way. Okay. So again, each side that you add on, make sure that you apply a strip of glue on the inside of that crease that you put together. So if it's your sides, put it on the sides. If it's your front, put it on the fronts. Okay. And just keep doing that. So now I am just sizing up the hood and the front fender. Okay. So I'm showing you right here where I'm trying to slide it in that slot, and it's slightly bigger because again, this is a 13/7 and I want it to slide in that slot. That's why I made it a 12.5 to make it easier to slide in there. So now I'm just applying the glue and I'm going to try to slide it in there, and it'll go in there now. I just had to cut a hair off of it. And so now the inside of I'm putting the hood on, and I want the hood to fit the same way. So when you place your hood on, make sure you glue it to the front. Okay. Leave a little gap between the, how do I explain that? The part of the Jeep at the top. Okay. So you can slide your window in at the front, just like I'm doing right there. There is a gap there to allow me to put that window in there. And so that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to add the glue to the top of the paper and the side of the windows. And I'm just going to slide it in there and push it in together and just hold it until it's together and until it looks like something pretty much. So now let's get to these wheels. So I already have these cut out, but I'm recutting them out a little bit because I'm going to go ahead on and use the foam for the wheels instead. I was going to use cardboard, but I'm going to use this little bit of foam. Okay, so now I'm just cutting out the wheels on the foam. And then once I get them cut out, I like to roll the foam and cut all the extra from around it. Okay. And the reason why I was going to use the cardboard, I would have had to add an extra piece. With the foam, I don't have to. Okay. And you see how we're just going to sit it on top of the car just like that. So it'll just stand out from it just a little bit. All right. Not much, just a little bit. We only need an edge of it to stick out. So we're going to cut out all 4 circles. Make sure when you're cutting out your circles that you roll them on the table so you can get the nice circle shape that you need without all the headache. And it also just makes it look a little bit better because it tucks it in. Okay, now they're all cut out. We're going to glue them on. So this is an option. Okay, this here is tire skin right here on the side that I made. That will also be with it. And you have the choice of using it if you choose to. I'm going to do 2 tires with it and 2 tires without it. So you can see that there's really not a difference, honestly, to me. Okay, so I'm going to put it on this one side, and then I'm going to apply the side without it. Okay. So now I'm going to flip it on over, and we're going to put the other side on. And this just has the foam. Okay. Just going to plop it on. And I'm just doing it half and half, y'all. I know I didn't explain that, but there's grooves on the truck. And you'll see, you just stick it on those grooves and then just push it down. And you probably can't see those grooves this way, but you can definitely see them on the picture. But yes, and there we have it. The Barbie Jeep is complete. Well, y'all, here she is with some goodies inside. This is the side that has the skin on the wheels. Okay. And she has a few goodies all built up with goodies on the inside. That's the front. And she turned out cute. I think she turned out cute. This is the side without the skin on it. Am I correct? Am I saying that right? Yeah, this is the side without the skin on it. I think. I'm trying to see. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You can't really tell the difference from each one. Okay. This is the back side. Barbie girl. All right. I think it turns out really, really cute. Anywho, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in this template, it is available on the stanstore. I appreciate you taking the time out to watch the video. Bye for now.